very first step in any form of engagement is to understand what the community is. This will determine the modes of engagement that are used to progress it. Scholars have debated the nature of community for a very long time. Hillary argues that there are 100 or so definitions of community, while Benedict Anderson, in his seminal work Imagined Communities, reflects on the power of nationalism to define and prescribe a sense of community, one that transcends physical nature but is located in the mind and heart. Social media also affords an additional take on this idea, with thousands of community networks online now guiding and influencing people's lives. The idea of communities of practice, pioneered by Etienne Wenger, offers another window into how to interest community. He argues that community is about working together as a practice. For example, people who are part of a land care group are mobilised around the practice of undertaking activities that protect the land. Or surf lifesavers are mobilised as a community of practice around life-saving. For some, community is defined by culture. In Australia, many people identify as being part of a local to international Indigenous community. The key questions in engagement will be who are the people most affected by and most likely to be interested in the project. Their interests may vary from being affected by a decision to wanting to make a difference to a project, a community or a region, to having specific information or having the experience or knowledge to contribute to outcomes. The idea of community has been defined as a place, as in a territory or place-based community, where people have something in common or there is a shared geography. Communities of interest are another way of understanding what a community is, where people share a common characteristic other than place. They are linked together by factors such as religious belief, sexual orientation, occupation, or ethnic origin. Communities are also formed via attachment. They're communities of meaning. Tony famously relates the notion of community to the idea of Gemeinschaft, which is basically a group of people that share common bonds around traditions, beliefs, or objectives, while Bartels states that community is essentially a collection of human individuals organised as a social cultural system within 6 dimensions. These dimensions are relevant to community and culture and include technological, economical, political, institutional, social, aesthetic value, and belief and concepts. Another definition, this time by Bell and Newby, defines community as a set of interrelationships among social institutions in a locality, while Kaufman notes that community is first a place and second a configuration as a way of life, both as to how people do things and what they want to say, their institutions and goals. Johnson argues that community is a collection of people who share a common territory and meet their basic physical and social needs through daily interaction with one another. So the idea of connection, networks, geographical co-location and common interests are all themes in definitions of community. Today, virtual communities are another type of community that also form a central part of contemporary society. Social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram and Twitter are obvious examples, but many others exist, allowing individuals to be part of diverse activities and communities, from religious, gaming, social and dating and professional communities such as LinkedIn.